Good good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you so much for making time to be here with us today. It's a pleasure being here with you today. I'm so sorry for joining. Uh, sorry, I'm so sorry for joining a little bit late. Um, Sorry about that. I know we were supposed to start like 9 minutes ago, and I truly apologize for that. So, thank you for your patience in the chat section. And thank you for, I can see a love heart. I don't know who gave me a love heart, but thank you so, so much. I appreciate. It's a pleasure being on call with you today. I think it's the first time I'm meeting you, right? Hi, Njemo. Hi, Precious. It's the first time I'm meeting you, and I'm so happy to be here with you. So the first person to have joined us today was Michael. So Michael, I hope you've had a good start of the day. You've had a good week so far. Baserat. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Peter. Michael, I see you again. Peace. All right. Who else do I have on the call? Shakira, Zainab. There's another Michael as well. Um, Naomi, Diallo, Michael, Mazika, Diallo, Marie, Sahid, Redemptor, Bello, and Mariam. So thank you so much for being patient with us and joining the session on time. I'm happy to be here with you today. My name is Berry Lokwach. I'll be your trainer for the day. And in the chat section, I have my colleague, Simplis. There's someone giving me love hearts. I appreciate. It's so encouraging. So in the chat, let me just, I don't know if you can hear me well. Let me just increase my volume just in case. So I have my colleague here with me. His name is Simply Sikadi. You can see him in the chat. His name is in blue and he has a blue spanner next to his name. So please, you can also say hi to him. All right. So we're already 10 minutes in. I don't want to take so much time with introductions. But I'll just like to acknowledge everyone's presence. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. And I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy today's session. So in the past classes, you've looked at how to build your brand and sell online. Then you also looked at creating your digital marketing strategy, I do believe. All right. So this class, we're going to focus on social media marketing for your business. That's what we're going to focus on today. And what we're going to look at today is basically an introduction to social media marketing. Social media marketing is basically one of the elements of digital marketing. We're going to look at an introduction to social media marketing. Why is it important to sell on social media? And then the core pillars that make up social media marketing. All right. So those are the things that we're going to focus on today. And just before we begin, I think you can just confirm with me if we are together. So you can either give me an emoji or tell me that we are together so that I know we are ready for us to start the session and move forward together. So you can let me know in the chat section if we are together. Give me an emoji, right? Or just let me know if we are together so that I know we can move together. Thank you so much, Marie and Felix. Thank you so, so much. Who else? There's only two people who have said we are together. Sahid, I appreciate you very much together. Thank you, Michael. And another love heart. Thank you, Michael. All right. Thank you, Aminat. Aminat, I feel like I've been in a class with you again, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was another Aminat, but I don't know. Modupe, thank you. Shakira, thank you. Sheila, thank you. We're together. Please fix the Zook. Sheila, I don't understand when you say please fix the Zook. What does that mean? Zoom. How? What do you mean to fix the Zoom? We're using YouTube, right? We're using YouTube. Peter, the attendance form is shared towards the end of the class. It's not shared right now. So you have to wait towards the end of the class for you to get the attendance form. Okay. All right. So thank you all so much. I think that's cue for me to move forward with today's class. And like I said, you're going to look at the first thing you're going to look at what is social media marketing, which is basically being able to share different types of content on social media, right? To either increase your audience engagement, reach out to a wider audience, or sell online, right? So it's basically using social media, the different platforms of social media as a medium to achieving your business goals. So you're basically sharing different types of content, all right, via social media. And if you're going to look at some of the benefits, and I know you do relate with the things that are indicated on the screen. First of all, you get to increase your brand awareness. More and more people get to know about the existence of your business beyond where your physical location is, right? Then when when you're creating, for example, your Facebook page, you include your business details, right? So on your profile, you include your business details. If you have a website, you include your website, right? So when people come to your social media page and they want to learn more about your business, it's easy for them to transition to your website. So you get to increase website traffic. Then you engage more with your clients. So people can come to your Facebook page, drop their reviews, drop their comments, drop their inquiries, and you're able to respond to them real time. So you increase your engagement with your clients, and then it's also cost effective. Remember, there's organic social media marketing and paid social media marketing. And if you're even going the paid social media route, I mean, the paid advertising route is dependent on your budget. So it's also effective, which takes us back to what was learned in the last class. We looked at digital marketing, and some of the benefits we said is cost effective. So social media marketing, being one of the elements of digital marketing, also falls under the bracket of cost effectiveness. All right. So sometimes you want to get into social media marketing, right? You want to create a Facebook page, an Instagram page, TikTok page. You don't just wake up and do that out of nowhere. You need to understand, what are my business goals? What is my outcome? What is my expected outcome? All right. What do I want to achieve? I want to increase my sales. I want to increase my engagement. I want to increase my awareness. So you need to come up with your business goals, and then who are you targeting? Right? I'm getting on social media, but who do I want to target? I want to target women and men who are maybe in Kenya, who are between this and this years old. All right. So you need to understand the audience that you're targeting. Then remember, this is prior to getting on social media. So when you're understanding the audience, you also there's some tools that you can actually use to understand your audience. Okay, so you can do your audience research, via social listening. You can look at what your the audience, what your clients are saying on your competitors' pages. That is one way. If you've interacted with the audience before, you can run a survey. All right, so you can create a survey on Google Form, run a survey and gather feedback from them. Okay, so if you have different, maybe if you have a website or different social media channels, you can always just look at the data and insights and learn more about your audience. Understanding your audience also helps you to know the platforms which they're majorly using, and now it's easy for you to decide on which platform to start with. All right, then understanding your audience also helps you to know what kind of content they prefer or they resonate with. All right, so those are some four things that you need to consider, right, or put down, jot down when you're coming up with your social media plan. All right. So some of the ways in which social media marketing can help you achieve your marketing goals. If you go back to this slide, when we looked at the benefits of social media marketing, right? So we say there's increased brand awareness, website traffic, engagement with customers, and it's also cost effective. All right. So some of the ripple effects of doing your marketing on social media is, we've talked about building website traffic. All right. So when you build website traffic, then you have people coming to your page. So remember, when we talked about the benefits, we said there's increased engagement, which is basically you're able to reach out to your audience and you're able to communicate with them directly. So you're building conversations with your target audience. And then you're not just limited to reaching out to people within your geographical coverage, you're able to reach out to people far beyond where you're located. So you're raising your brand awareness. More and more people get to know about the existence of your business. Then you're also creating your brand identity. The first class that we had in this digital skills training, we talked about brand identity. How do you build your brand identity? So you look at the elements of brand identity. We talked about having a logo, colors, visual designs, the kind of content you're going to share. So you're able to create a brand reputation for your business, right, on the online space. So if you have a good brand reputation, more or less, you also, another ripple effect of a good brand reputation is brand loyalty, right? Then the last thing, you get to improve communication and interaction with your audience, which takes us back to point number 2, building conversations. So there's effective and seamless communication between you and your clients, okay? Now, when you want to get started with social media marketing, right, the first thing you need to do, and I'm still, so for you to understand that all these things are related, you're looking at tips to consider before starting out with social media marketing. And I'm still going back to this slide. When you're looking at the elements to put down when you're coming up with the social media plan, right? Remember, I said identifying your audience. And I said in identifying your audience, you're also looking at your competitors' pages. All right. So you identify your competitors because you're sharing the same target audience. So you're identifying your competitors, you're seeing what their clients are saying on their pages, on their about their products, about their business, about the market in which you're in. All right. So you need to do a lot of competitor analysis, and social media helps you to track your competitors, right? Then you're also able to know about great social content, which takes us back again to understanding your target audience and understanding the kind of content that they interact with the most. If I find that my clients are, mostly engaging with video posts more and blog posts more than image posts, then I'll be doing more of the videos and the blog posts. So you get to understand about the kind of content to share. I've talked about a consistent brand image, which is basically your brand identity. When we talked about brand identity, we said you have to be consistent with your brand identity. All right, because your reputation and your clients' loyalty surrounds that. All right, then you're also able to measure success with insights. There's a topic that we're going to cover that will basically cover data and insights. That's a whole topic on it. So whatever platform that you're using, if it is Facebook, Instagram, Google Business Profile, whatever platform you're using, all right, you're looking at data and insights and understanding who are the people who interact with your posts on Facebook. Where are they coming from? All right, what is their demography? You even get to understand their psychographics as well. All right, then whatever kind of content you shared, how is that working out for you? What is your best performing content? What is your least performing content? All right, then you're also able to understand social media content planning. So when you also look at the insights, you're understanding, if I'm making posts in the morning and evenings, and I find that my evening posts have more traction than my posts in the morning, it's only sensible for me to decide moving forward, I'll be posting my content in the evening, because when I post in the evening is when I'm having more traction. So you get to understand your social media content planning, right? So it's not just waking up and posting for the sake of posting. All right. So most of the questions that usually come up is, how do I know which platform to start out with? Which is the best platform to start out with? So there's no cast on stone platform that this is what you need to start out with. But when you're looking at data, you will still come to understand that Facebook still has the majority of users. But like I said, um, on when you're coming up with the social media plan, we've talked about identifying the platform. All right, that means you have to ask your audience. All right, when you're doing your survey, ask them which platforms are they using. Look at your competitors' pages if they have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. right? Look at those pages, figure out which is really working out for them. Where are they getting the more engagements? Where do they have the most interactions? Okay, so understanding your audience will also help you to know which, the best platform to start out with. All right, like I said, the different social media platforms, we have Facebook, and all these platforms have different guidelines. The guidelines, all right, on Facebook are not the same as the guidelines on Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn. They're not the same. And you have to be able to follow the guidelines for each platform to be able to utilize the platform, effectively for your business. All right. So remember, we said social media can help you to increase traffic to your website. Okay, that was on slide 3. We talked about social media helping you to increase traffic to your website. All right, so there's that. When you're creating your Facebook page, you're putting in your business details. Do you have a website? You put the link to your website. So if someone comes to your page and they want to learn more about your business, it's easy for them to just you know transition to your website. Then you can do targeted advertising on Facebook. Besides the normal posting that you do, like you can run ads on Facebook. And when you're running the ads, you can decide, I want this ad to appear to women 20 to 30 years old in Nairobi. Nairobi is where I'm located because I'm in Kenya. Okay. In Nairobi alone. So women 50 years of age who are in a different town will not see that advertisement. Men will not see that advertisement. Okay, so you're able to do targeted advertising. I talked about raising brand awareness and promoting positive word of mouth. You're also able to share information about your business on how well you've optimized your profile, meaning you have your business name, you have the business description on your page, the kind of content that you are sharing. You're able to share information about your business. You've linked your Facebook and your Instagram, and you've also linked in with your WhatsApp. Remember, they're all under the Meta family. Okay, so you've linked all these platforms together, and now it's just easy for people to reach out to you. You've put in your contact details. All right. With Facebook, also allows sharing of videos, GIFs, pictures. You can put, you've published a blog, you can share the same link, all right, on your Facebook page. People can come and drop in reviews, drop in comments, right? Drop in feedback, and you're able to provide customer support to your clients via your Facebook page. I hope we are together. All right. So if you're not together, you can also just let me know in the chat section. I have my colleague there with you, and I'll also be coming back to pick questions when I'll be taking a break for questions. All right. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop questions in the chat section, right? And I'll come back to look at them in a few. All right. Then there's Instagram. We all understand that Instagram is very, very, very visual. All right. So with Instagram, you have to use high quality images, clear images. All right. You put in your images. Remember, we said you can use canva.com. All right. The link will be shared with you in the chat section. You can use sites like canva.com to so you can use sites like canva.com. I'll just post that in the chat section. So you can use sites like canva.com. Okay, I'll just share the link with you in the chat. All right. Okay. So canva.com, Canva can help you to create flyers for your business, right? Canva can help you to create flyers for your business, right? So you can go to canva.com to create your own flyers, right? But remember, even when you're putting the images, you need to have captions, all right? So you need to have captions, you need to utilize hashtags on Instagram. Just make sure that you're not overdoing hashtags. You don't have like 10 hashtags, 15 hashtags for one post. You have minimal, all right, but straight to the point. Remember, you can also do paid advertisements on Instagram, right? And you're still able to interact with your audience, all right? That's on Instagram. Instagram also allows to share multiple images, and when you link your Facebook and your Instagram, when I'm making a post on Instagram, it can go to my Facebook. When I do my Instagram stories, it can go to my Facebook as well. You get. All right. Then there's LinkedIn. LinkedIn is usually known as one of the serious platforms. All right. So it's very professional. You want to interact with professionals within your industry. LinkedIn is the best place. You want to get partners for your business. LinkedIn is the best place. You want to get investors. LinkedIn is the best place. All right. So you prepare your company profiles, populate it with, what your business does and whatnot. What are your contact details? All right. Then with LinkedIn, you can decide to be a thought leader. Okay. So remember the posts you're making on Facebook and Instagram don't really work out for LinkedIn. There's a language, LinkedIn is very serious. So the language you're using on LinkedIn, you can't even use it on Facebook and Instagram. So, but you can decide for LinkedIn, I want to position myself as a thought leader. So I will be sharing industry news. I'll be sharing about new trends within the market that I'm in. All right. So people follow my page to learn about new industry trends, all right, or new market trends. All right. So you have to figure out how to utilize each of the different platforms. It's the same way as when you go to Twitter. It's the same way as when you go to Twitter. Twitter is good with trending conversations, right? You find what's trending, what's trending today in Nairobi, what's trending today in Accra, what's trending today in Lagos, all right? And you're able to get on trends, have conversations with people. You can run polls on Twitter, all right? Get feedback from your clients. You can also advertise on Twitter, all right? And remember, if you populate your pages well, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you put in your website, even your LinkedIn, you're able to divert traffic to your website as well. All right. And Twitter is still not limited with images. So you can also post your images on Twitter. All right. Now, if you want to get into influencer marketing, Instagram is the best place to get started with influencer marketing. All right. So make sure that the influencers that you're even following, the influencers within your industry. If you're in the events industry, you don't want to be following, maybe influencers in the manufacturing industry, because it doesn't make sense. The people who follow this influencer are the ones interested in the manufacturing sector. Okay. So if you're in the events industry, maybe you want to follow influencers in entertainment, in events, things like that. Okay. Because most likely their followers are people interested in that same market. So they could be your potential clients. Do you get? So up to that point, do I have any questions? So if I have any questions, you can just let me know in the chat section. Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words. All right. Well coordinated presentation. I appreciate. All right. So any question again up to that point before we move on? Any question up to that point before we move on? I can see some very nice comments in the chat section. I really, really appreciate your comments. All right. So do I have any question? If there's no question, you can also tell me no question, or you can give me a thumbs up so that I know we are ready for us to move on to the second part of our class, right? So if you have no question, you can tell me, you know what, Beryl, I don't have any question for now. Okay. Then you can give me a thumbs up so that I know we are ready for us to move on. Any question? Any question? Any question? We're so quiet. Thank you so much, Esther. I appreciate Esther Adibanjo. Thank you. Thank you for DG, Lasisi. No questions for now. Awesome. Awesome. Those are only 3 people who are telling me they have no question. Oladapoification. Oh, wow. Thank you. Lolade, thank you. None for that. It's very important for me that I understand we are together. Thank you, Aminat. Thank you, Olalekan. It's very important for me to understand that we are together so that I'm not just moving for the sake of moving on with the content, right? I would like us to all be together, all right? Thank you so much. Peace. And Oluwatoyin. I think that's cue for me to move on now, okay? So we'll move on to the next part of our class where we're basically going to look at why social media marketing is important. What we just covered is an introduction to social media marketing and the features of the different platforms. We've also looked at the benefits, right? And we said you want to come up with your social media plan. You're looking at what is your goal, what is your target audience, what are the channels that you're going to use, and then what is the kind of content you're going to share. All right, so now we're going to look at why is social media marketing important for your business. All right, why is social media marketing important for your business? First of all, before we even get to look at all those things, all right, social media marketing, I think most businesses right now utilize on social media. Even if you look at the big brands, whether they have websites, if it is e-commerce websites, if it is maybe they're on directories, you'll find that they also have social media pages, because social media has the power to increase your sales, has the power to increase your awareness, has the power to increase your engagement, depending on how well you're utilizing the different platforms. Okay, so 10 reasons why social media is important for your business. The first thing is you get to tell your story. Remember, storytelling is the future of marketing. All right? Storytelling is the future of marketing. So we're looking at you being able to tell your story. You can do this via images, multiple images. You can do this via videos, all right? Sometimes you can do this via blog posts. So depending on the kind of content you want to share, you're able to share your story. Then you can sell your products or services online, either via the organic marketing or the paid advertising. All right, you're able to stay top of mind with the people who matter the most. So this depends with your consistency. If I post today and have people engaging with me, right, assuming I post something like very very lucrative content today, all right, and then it has like 500 likes, 800 engagement, and then I keep quiet, then the next time I post is 1 month, do you know I'll have lost all these people who are interested. But the more consistent I am, the more these people will be keeping track of the conversations that I'm having on my page, and I can stay top of their mind. All right. I've also talked about being able to learn about your competitors. You're able to know this is the kind of content my competitor is sharing. If they're giving offers, if they're giving discounts, if they have events, what customer loyalty programs do they have? What is their edge that makes my clients buy from them and not from me? Are they offering additional services like delivery services? So you're able to learn about your clients. You're also able to grow your audience with a small budget. Remember, if you're not doing paid advertising, you can do organic marketing, right? And still make sales. Then you get to build a custom audience. You understand, most of the people who buy from me are women between this age, employed, or they work part-time, or they have families. So you build and understand your custom audience. Then you also increase your overall ROI. What do we mean by ROI? Your return on investment. The effort that you're putting in, all right, there's an equivalent amount, if not more, on the output. Okay, which is what you're looking at. You're not looking at the output being less than the input. So there's an overall increase in your ROI, right? Then you're also looking at learning the buying pattern of your ideal customers. I'm able to know maybe if I'm selling clothes, all right? Maybe I'm specializing in clothes for the cold season. I'm able to know during this time of the year is when I get peak sales, all right? Maybe during July or during November, okay? During this time, or December, during this time of the year is when I get peak sales, all right? Then during the summer, maybe most people don't buy clothes for the cold season, all right? So you're able to understand the buying pattern of your ideal customers, which helps you to know so during my peak season, I can increase my supply because it's going to match the demand. All right. Or during my deep season, to ensure that my business stays afloat, what can I do? Can I decide to bring in summer clothing? So I also need to reduce the amount of cold season clothes I'm getting from my suppliers, because not most people are buying them at that point. Okay. So you understand the buying pattern of your ideal clients. You're increasing your brand awareness. I think I talked about this. And the more you engage with your audience, you understand them more, you understand their needs, their values, their interests, and you get to build a relationship with your target audience. Comprende? Okay. Then looking at the essentials of a successful social media marketing strategy. All right. Let's go back to our plan, the plan that we had. The plan that we had encompassed of business goals. It encompassed of understanding our target audience. It encompassed of understanding the right platform to use, and it also encompassed of the kind of content you're going to share. Okay. So when you're creating a social media strategy, you're also looking at your consistent branding. Remember, first, what is your brand identity? How do you want what we're looking when you're looking at your brand identity? We're starting first with the visual elements, okay, before we get to the customer experience. The visual elements of your brand, your logo, it has to be consistent on your social media flyers, on your pages. If I have to advise you, normally you put your logo as your image, your profile image, and then you have your cover photo as an image that best depicts what your business is about. Okay, then all your flyers need to have your logo, need to have your brand colors. Right now, if you go to the Facebook page or Instagram page for Facebook page or Instagram page for Impactor, you'll see that our flyers have almost the same design, the same coloring. So we have to be consistent with our branding, right? That means, remember in the first class, we also looked at your brand values. What are the values that guide your brand? Because if it's integrity, honesty, commitment, those brand values will guide you also on how you're interacting with your audience. All right. So you have consistency in your branding. Then there's engagement. All right. Engagement. If you're looking at the customer journey funnel, there's something called the customer journey funnel, which is basically the steps that your clients go through before they convert from you, their journey process. And if you're looking at the customer journey funnel, engagement is usually the second last step towards conversion. So the more you have people engaging with you, the highly likely they are to convert with you. All right. Then you understand, when you're understanding your audience, you're also knowing about what kind of content they interact with the most. So you're only sharing quality content. And then we talked about analytics. Looking at my Facebook business manager, I made 10 posts last month, which was my best performing post. Which post had the most likes? Who are the people who liked these posts? Where did they come from? At what time did they interact with my page? All right. So you're able to understand the effort you're putting in, if they're giving you the right output or expected output. All right. Let's look at some examples of social media campaigns. All right. There's the prospecting campaign. This is where you're looking at getting new leads. All right. The prospecting campaign is basically acquiring new leads. Okay, so the campaign is targeted at acquiring new leads. Then there's the retargeting campaign. So these are people who have interacted with your business before. All right, maybe they just engaged with you on your page, or maybe they bought something from you, but you're retargeting them again. All right. If they bought from you, you're looking at making repeat sales. All right. And if they came to your page, maybe they didn't find what they're looking for. It's for you to figure out, okay, you came to my page, you dropped a comment, this is what you're looking for. Did you find what you're looking for? Why didn't you buy from us? Is it because of the cost? So there's the retargeting campaign, and then conversion campaign, basically aimed at increasing your sales, right? So there are three types of campaigns, right? Now, when you're coming up with your social media strategy, you need to determine the kind of content. I think I've talked about the content so much from when we started, understanding what content will work. And this one takes you back to understanding your audience. When you understand your audience, like for example, if you're a business targeting teens and youths, you'll figure out that they don't like reading a lot. like you'll be writing blogs, no one will read the blogs. But if you do your post maybe in like short videos, you'll find that they have more traction. So understanding your audience will also help you know the kind of content to share. All right. Then what tone of voice am I addressing my clients with? All right. The kind of language, the same way I would talk to my teen clients is not the same way I will talk to my adult clients. So the tone of language, style of your images, all right. And then obviously understanding your audience also helps you to know the kind of topics they interact with. So when you understand the kind of topics they like, it guides you in creating your content pillars. You see, the way you're building a house, you have to start with the pillars because the pillars make the house stand firm. So when you're looking at content, you also have to have content pillars because they will guide you on the kind of content to share. Do you understand? So those are the things you need to consider the most when you're coming up with your social media strategy. All right. We've said your content has to be has to resonate with your audience, right? Relevant and straight to the point. If you want to be offering educative, like the way we said on LinkedIn, you can be a thought leader, all right? So you can decide to be informative, useful. If you're doing videos, entertaining videos, you're having challenges, all right? I think TikTok is very good with these challenges. And then make your posts shareable. So if I come to your page and I find very interesting content, I can reshare it on my page, which basically helps to increase your awareness, all right? So I also talked about posting regularly. I cannot come to your page and see that you posted last 2 weeks ago. You need to post regularly, and human beings are very visual, so use visual elements. All right, like I said, you can use canva.com, and I shared the link for Canva with you in the chat section. Okay, let me just share with you again the link for canva.com. Okay, I shared with you the link for Canva with you in the chat section, and I've shared it with you again. Okay. All right, I've shared the link for Canva with you again. Then also collaborate. All right, so you can collaborate with, your audience with yeah. So if you go to TikTok, you'll find that some brands are using like, people to do like challenges for their brands, things like that. So if you have an opportunity to collaborate, please ensure you do so. All right, then make sure you're also looking at your data and insights. We talked about analytics. All right, how many social media users came to your page in the last month? What did they do? Where did they come from? Which devices did they use? Who are these people? How much time did they spend on your page? What valuable action did they do? So those are the purchase decisions. So you need to look at your social media statistics. Any question up to that point again? Any question up to that point again? Any question? Alrighty. The links are not clear, can't read well. Okay, so if my screen is not clear, you have to make it clear from your end. All right, sorry, let me just get the links for you to make your screen clear. All right, if my screen is blurred, just go to your settings. All right, when you go to your settings, increase your screen resolution. All right, I'll just share with you how you can go about it. Okay. All right, so you go to settings, select quality, click on advanced and select 720 pixels. Then your screen is going to be clear. Okay. So I've just shared that with you. Thank you so much. All right, Redemptor says no question. Odeyemi, no question. Mohammed, no question. Zainab, no question. And Sahid has given me a hand clap. Any other person? Any other person? Anyone with a question, feel free to ask. All right. If you need me to go back to clarify something else, you can also let me know. Remember, We're here to learn. So make sure you're taking advantage of the situation and opportunity and asking as many questions as you can. All right. So ready for us to move? Are you ready for us to move? The silence means consent. Silence means consent or what? We're quiet. Are we okay? Are we together? So you can also let me know if you're together. Thank you so much, Adediran. Thank you. All right. So we're basically almost wrapping up. We'll just move on to the last part of the class. Also, while we are moving on, make sure you take note of the attendance form that will be shared with you. Make sure when you're filling in the attendance form, you put in your correct name as you would like for it to appear on your certificate. Okay? So the attendance form will be shared with you while we are going through this last class. So make sure you're filling in the attendance form. Thank you, Lasisi, Mary, Olabode, Deborah, Shitu, Glomanic, Enlightenment, Olalekan. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. So I think we'll move on to the last part. All right. Now, looking at the pillars of social media marketing, right? We've looked at why is it important to create a social media strategy. You cannot start with social media marketing if you don't create your strategy, right? You need to have a strategy in place, right? And your strategy involves your goals and your objectives, understanding your audience, who are the people you're targeting. It will help you to know the kind of language to use, the content to share, the platform. All right. So you need to come up with a strategy. Then planning and publishing. I figured out this is the kind of content they like. All right. And then from what I've seen, my audience normally work from 8 to 5. So they're mostly available in the evening. So if I make my posts in the evening, then I will increase my engagement. So how do I plan my content? I'll be posting 3 times a week, 4 times a week in the evening. All right. And then publish them. And then, do I have extra money for advertising? With social media marketing, you can advertise for as low as $10 a day. So, do I have extra money to go the paid advertisement route where I can do targeted advertising? Right? Then, listening and engagement, the kind of reviews I'm getting on my page, right? The kind of feedback I'm getting on my page, all right? The kind of feedback also my competitors are getting on their pages. I need to understand what my clients are saying, because it will help me to improve my services. And then I also need to look at my analytics. I've just talked about analytics in the previous slide. All right. Understanding that whatever platforms I'm using, what are the outcomes? All right. Or how am I performing in those platforms? Okay. I think I've talked about your strategy right now, understanding your goals, your audience, the platform to use, the content to share. Those are the things you need to look at when you're coming up with your strategy. Then planning your and publishing. I understand my audience. I know the platforms they're using. I know at what time they normally come online, and you can get this on your analytics. I know, right? I know the kind of content they like. So I think I'll start posting on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays in the evenings. Do you understand? And I can decide every Sunday, I can be posting every Sunday and scheduling those posts. The best thing with social media is the Facebook, Instagram, all those things. You're able to schedule content. I can create my content for next week right now. And when I go to my Facebook page, I can schedule them. So next week, even if I am not online and I'm not on my phone and I scheduled my post, it's going to publish freely, right? Then ensure you're maximizing your reach on social media. All right. Increase your awareness, make people know about the existence of your business. All right. Then I've just talked about listening and engagement, monitoring the conversations clients are having on your brand, on your competitors' pages. Understand what are your clients saying, get feedback from them. Okay. When you understand feedback from your clients, oh Beryl, this is what we like about your product. I wish you offered delivery. I'm not near where you're located, so I can't do walk-in visits. If you don't have deliveries, it's hard for me to buy from you. So maybe I can decide to start offering delivery services. All right. So you have to do a lot of listening and engagement and respond to comments and messages. Sometimes you might find negative feedback. Don't be the kind of person who, when someone drops a negative feedback on your page, you go and delete. Do you understand? Don't be that kind of person. Okay. So I think Jane, at this point, please share the attendance form as we move on. Jane, please share the attendance form as we move on. All right. Um, Meanwhile, we're also looking at analytics. All right. How many people came to your page in the last month? Which was your best performing content? Which was your least performing content? How many impressions did you get? How many positive mentions did you get? How many people dropped reviews on your page? Do you get? How do customers interact with my post, products, or services? Okay. So Jen, you're sharing it in the wrong place. Please share it with on YouTube, right? You're sharing on the private chat. So please share. Please just do it on YouTube. The attendance form will be shared with you shortly. Okay. So Jen will share with you the attendance form. Make sure you fill in the attendance form. Okay. So make sure you fill in the attendance form. Just hold on. Okay. Let me just see. I'm trying to see if the attendance form has been shared. Let me just reshare it with you. I've just shared the attendance form. Jane, you're supposed to share the attendance form on YouTube. Okay. All right. So I've shared with you the attendance form. So please make sure you fill in the attendance form before we end the class today. I've just shared it with you in the chat section. All right. So as we're wrapping up, I've just talked about analytics, right? Then do you have the money for paid advertising? Remember we said social media marketing is very cost effective, okay? Very, very cost effective. So I'm able to create campaigns according to my budget, all right? I can run campaigns for as low as $10 a day, okay? All right. So now let's look at the core pillars of social media marketing. All right. What are the core pillars of social media marketing? I've just talked about this right now. Right now. I've just talked about the core pillars of social media marketing. So you can let me know in the chat section some of the pillars that I've mentioned. You can let me know in the chat section some of the core pillars that I've mentioned. I've talked about 5 pillars of social media marketing. So please let me know in the chat section. I'll mention one, the strategy, right? What are some of the other pillars? Thank you so much, Sheila. Sheila joining from Botswana. What are the pillars of social media marketing? I've just talked about 5 of them right now. I said any other? What are the 5 pillars? Mary, thank you so much. Mary says strategy, advertisement. Aminat says listening and engagement, correct. Sahid, strategy, planning, and publicity. Thank you. Mary says planning and publishing. You actually all of these are correct. Longet says listening and engagement and advertising. Amina says analytics. You're all very correct. So the five killers we talked about: strategy, we talked about advertising, we talked about planning and publishing, listening and engagement, and then we also looked at analytics. All right. How can I go about Facebook and Instagram advert? So if you want to create a Facebook and Instagram advert, you need to go to your Facebook business manager. All right. Go to your Facebook business manager, right? Or Meta Business Suite. So if you have you need to have a Facebook page, a Facebook business page, or Instagram business page, right? Then go to the Meta Business Suite. All right, go to the Meta Business Suite. Then you'll see create ad. You're actually going to see that. So if you have a Facebook page, go to the Meta Business Suite. Okay. Then go to create ad. It's actually very, very easy. All right, to create ads for you. All right. So if you're looking at this page, I'm just trying to share with you. This is a Facebook page. Okay. So I've gone to this Facebook page. I've gone to my ad center. This is the Meta Business Suite. Right. I'm going to my ad center. All right. If I want to create my ad, I can just click create ad. All right. So I'm not allowed to advertise on this page. All right. I've never done it before, so I'm not allowed to. So I can go to create ad from here, and then I'm just able to create an ad. Remember, you need to have a flyer with you for your advertisement. Okay. All right. So the topic today is using marketing tools and social media to grow your business. When you're filling out your attendance form, make sure you include that as your topic. All right. And that's basically it for today. I think we've done well attending today's class. You can follow us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn at Impact Her. We'll have the next session next week. Today is Wednesday. Is it today? No, today is Thursday. Thursday. So we will have the next session next week, 17th, at the same time. All right. If I'm not wrong, let me just confirm. Yes, 17th at the same time. And we're going to look at data and insights. So please make sure you don't miss out on next week's class. Otherwise, that's it for today. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Have a good evening. Bye, guys. Ciao. Au revoir. Bye.